So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you might have noticed my surroundings have changed. And there is a big reason for that. Now I have emigrated to my grandparents' house. So I'm living up in the middle of the North Yorkshire Dales, which is going to be lovely for some photography, especially garden-based photography, because my grandma builds the most amazing gardens. But that is coming in future videos. What we're going to be doing today, though, is we are going to be doing a focus stack video. Basically, I'm going to teach you my method of how I focus stack, and there may be easier ways of doing it, but I like to take full control of how I focus stack, and hopefully you might as well. So I think this is going to be beneficial, so let's jump into it and see how it turns out. Now the first thing that I did, you'll see just up here, is I matched all of my images prior to this. So I had 3 different images that were for the posts. One was focused on the first one was focused on the middle ground, one was focused on the port can right at the very end. Now, and then I took a fourth image, and the fourth image is of the water down the sides. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be blending each of them focus points and then that water in the background. Now, these images that you've just seen up here, they're not going to win any competitions or anything, but they are going to be good for explaining what I'm doing and how I focus stack. So, yeah, let's get started, I guess. So, first of all, when I'm setting up my build, the first thing I like to do is I select all images and then I align them. Because you end up with focus breathing in your lens, what happens is each image is slightly placed in different places. So by aligning that, it contorts and twists and stuff like that. And then hopefully, as I go down down the layers, everything is all lined up. So there's my water shot, there's my very far ground, my port can, my mid ground, and then my post right at the very, very front. And yeah, I think this is going to be a nice image. The next thing I like to do is I like to build upwards. So I go up through the layers as I go down through the images. So I want to bring the very first slide, which is going to be the very closest one, to the bottom. And then I build up from there. So I'm just going to switch these around. So this is the water one. That'll be blended in last. Then I've got the mid ground, the very far ground, mid ground, and the first post. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the first slide visible, the second image visible, and then I'm going to blend that first image in. So I'm going to put a layer mask, this button over here, over that one, and the way I do it is I'd use brushes, just plain and simple, brushes. I do a very rough going over, make sure my opacity is on 100%, and do a very rough going over with that first one. I have the feather nice and soft just up here, and I just go over it very roughly, just like so. It doesn't need to be perfect, because what I do next sort of conceals that and makes it that little bit sharper. Because then what I do is I make the hardness much harder, so now it's got no soft bit on the side, it's got no feathering, and I zoom into 100% and I just go around the outside, just like so. But I want to press X, which changes it so it's concealing it, and then I just pop around the outside, just like so. And it doesn't matter if I'm getting in the other bit of water, that doesn't matter at all. Just take your sweet time, go around the outside, and jobs are good. Now I'm going to speed up this next bit of process so you don't have to watch it as slow as it takes. Okay, because the slower you go, the better the result. So, into fast forward. And there we go. So now what I've managed to do is I've blended that first post in with them middle posts. There we are. So they're looking pretty sweet. Like nice and quick, no dramas. The next post, this is where it's going to get a little bit funnier. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be focusing in these very far posts just out here. They're good, I like them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over them first posts again. So then again, I'm going to select the layer mask, I'm going to put that over them ones, and then all I'm going to do is put my soft brush back up. I'm going to go to 24%, and yeah, just change these to where they look good. I think it was a little bit sharper on the last one, but this one's going to be way sharper here. And then just mask that out. Let's get a bigger brush, just like so. And it doesn't really matter about the sides so much now, because when we come to blend the water in later, that's where it's going to play a bigger role. Now let's zoom out, have a little look. So the first post, looking beautiful. Second post, background, lovely and sharp. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more technical, because what I'm wanting to do now is put this water in there. So there's a couple of things you could do. You could mask all of that selection out, and then you could make sure it's absolutely perfect, or you can brush it. What I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for the mask, because it's going to be a little bit more edges and stuff like that. So I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to select the magnetic tool. I'm going to zoom into 100%, and I'm just going to start down at the bottom down here. And I'm just going to mask around all this stuff, drag up, and I'm going to keep masking around until I get all the way to the end, background, create a loop, and then just brush in that water, and hopefully it's going to look superb. So I'll see you when I'm doing that. All the way across the bottom to link up that selection, and as easy as that. Now I've got that selected, what I can do is I can press Command and I, and there we are. That has been selected. Now I've got the nice and sharp bit all the way through, just like that. And then so all I need to do is press Command and D, deselect. And look at that, that is looking absolutely perfect. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure I'm going to go around the edges with my brush and make sure I've got rid of all the little artifacts that might be in the way. So you can see here I've selected little bits, so I'm going to make sure my brush is nice and hard. And again, I'm going to put it into fast forward, and then I'll see you at the other end. That looks much better now. It's got no weird artifacts, and that is how I focus stack. Now what I'm going to do to finish off this processing is I'm going to flatten that all off. So I'm going to come up to layers, flatten image, and then I'm just going to try and bring this out a little bit more, make it pop that little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go into there, go up to composite, and I'm going to use a luminosity masks to do this. And I want to make these white bits down here stand out that little bit more. So I'm going to go down to a white selection, just like that. And that means what I'm affecting is the white and nothing else. So if I come down to this button here, which puts a selection around it, and press this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dodge and make that little bit whiter, which should be a lot nicer. I'm going to turn down the opacity to this because I don't want it to be full power, like whoa, white, but I want it to be nice and subtle, bringing out them white bits down the sides, helping bring your eye through into that portcan at the end. I want to try and balance it out because the ones on this side seem really white. So I'm going to use the effect a little bit more on that side. There we are. And I think that instantly looks much nicer. I'm going to give it a little crop. Get rid of them sides. Might shorten it a little bit from the bottom. There, I quite like that because I'm lining it up with this bit and this bit coming in from them corners. I've got this coming through the centre. There's a little bit of interest in the clouds. I think that looks quite nice. So I'm going to crop it down to that. Maybe chuck on a little cheeky vignette. I think I like the vignette at the top, but I'm not so keen on the bottom. So I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to get my brush tool and I'm just going to brush that out. Turn my opacity up a little bit higher. And brush that vignette out. So what I've done is I've left the vignette on the top, which is quite nice, and then I've darkened it, lightened it on the bottom, so it's not so imposing. And there we are. That is my finished image. What do you think? Again, this is how I focus stack, so it's sharp from front to back. I'm going to go over the image a little bit more. I'm going to get rid of these spots up in the sky, and for that I'll just use the clone tool, get rid of them spots, and yeah, finished image. Now I don't know how long that video is, but for focus stacking I think that was pretty quick. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, remember to leave me a little thumbs up in the corner, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you've got any tips and advice on how to focus stack, feel free to share your knowledge. I want to build a community. I want to bring you all together, especially while we're all locked inside with nothing to do. But I thought I'd share this with you. Anyway, other than that, have a lovely week, and yeah, peace out.